Yo, what up? Right on time. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. Happy Saturday evening, afternoon. Just gonna rock out for a bit. I had to scratch this itch a little bit today with this game. How you doing? So where we at? With it. Yeah, my weekend's been good. It was a quiet day, busy week, but a quiet day. So I have no complaints. I'm here, I'm moving, I'm working, having fun. That's all that really matters. Gucci. How about you? Sorry, we're in the middle of mission here. We gotta stop that big guy over there. Oh, is that the same ailment, same cold courtesy of your inconsiderate coworker that did not want to stay home when they're sick? I don't understand why people don't do that. Like, yo, if you know you're not feeling good and you likely have sick days to call out and stay your ass home, stay your ass home, bro. And then they would be like, sorry. I'm like, you're not sorry, bro. You knew you was sick before you came the fuck to work. Stay home. You ain't sorry, bro. Coughing, sneezing, hacking, and carrying on. You think? Nah, that doesn't make it better. Now you got everyone else around you fucked up. That doesn't make it better. Asshole. Like, if I know that I'm sick, which is rare for me, I'm staying home, bro. Common sense, people. Use that shit. Get well soon though. That's annoying. I hate when people do that. They're like, oh yeah, I should have probably just stayed home, shouldn't I? I'm like, yeah, you're an idiot. Goes to show you that even sometimes the smartest people can do stupid shit sometimes. There's a stark difference between intelligence and common sense. There's not necessarily a strong correlation between the two. I'm staying home. Period. Last time, the last time I was legitimately sick, if this even counts, because it wasn't like I caught a cold or any kind of sickness or ailment, was when I had food poisoning like a month ago. And that was pretty much my fault, because I didn't think that these cookies would have fucked me up the way that they did. But they also had a shit ton of preservatives and ingredients in them. It's long story short, it's just like, check the expiration dates on everything that you eat. And I'm usually good with that. That's why I rarely ever get sick, but this was the first time. Like I had these cookies like that one night before. Didn't think anything of it. Then I wake up and I'm like, yo, my stomach is like bubbling. Like it felt like I still had food in my stomach, but then it kind of felt like a hint of heartburn. I'm like, was it these cookies, yo? And I couldn't shake it. So I'm like, all right, maybe I'll like sip some water. It might go away. Who knows? You know, let it ride out for like another hour or two, see how I feel. No, it got worse. Like what started off as like, you know, like a slight burning sensation in my stomach turned into like cramping and then bubbling, and then I'm like, yeah, I gotta call out. I'm not feeling so hot. Yeah. So yeah. I learned my lesson that day, but you know what? In a way, I was kind of asking for that when I got those cookies from like you know those open display racks that they have at like Target and different grocery stores, which is hint hint, probably stay away from them Johns because they're about to expire soon. So if you don't eat them within like a few days to like a week or less, just throw them out. They put them on the racks because they're trying to get rid of them, not because, you know, they're selling them at a deal or whatever. I should have noticed that was the first sign, and I was cool for like the first couple of days when I ate them, and then I'm like, okay, fast forward to maybe a little over a week later, did the same thing, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that's what that was. Oh, I was down for the count for about 24 hours. Not fun. Hated it. But yeah, I got sick twice in the same day. Then I just stayed hydrated, ordered some coconut water, replenished my fluids, and I was cool by like the day after that. But boy, I not wish that shit on my worst enemy. Yeah, and I rarely ever rarely had to experience food poisoning. The last time I legitimately had food poisoning was when this was like, I was maybe like 13 or 14, and my parents had made a shrimp pasta dish. It's really good, but they made the absent-minded mistake of leaving seafood out on the counter, cooked seafood out on the counter overnight. That's where they fucked up. And then we're all like, not a big deal. So we all ate it the next day. It was funny because it was one of those where you're just glued to the toilet type situation. fighting for your life while exercising demons. That's what that was, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, we were all fighting for our lives later that night. And what made it even funnier was my Taekwondo instructor had a bit of that. We all had a good laugh about it later on down the road, but God, that could have been so much worse than what it was. Because, I mean, getting food poisoning is one thing, but getting food poisoning from bad seafood like shrimp, scallops, and all that, that could kill you. I mean, food poisoning in general could kill you, but seafood food poisoning is 10 times worse. So yeah, we had a good laugh about it after that. You know, like I said, you know, we were just exercising demons that day, and it was like, yeah, so lesson learned. Don't forget to put the food back in the fridge when it's done, because, you know, common sense dictates bacteria grows in warm room temperature environments, you know. Yeah. Never happened again after that, though. Yeah, I got lucky. Like my last bite of seafood came from baked goods. If it had came from like maybe if it had came from like raw food, like or cooked food like salmonella or beef or you know turkey or whatever, I probably would have been worse off than just having a couple of bad cookies, you know, because I didn't feel ill, I just didn't feel good. My body just kind of had to get it out my system. That's basically what all that really was. But normally, I have an iron stomach for anything except for dairy, because dairy beats me up from the inside, especially anything made with whole milk. I used to be able to drink that shit in my 20s. Now in my 30s, my body's like, nah, bro, you're not built like that anymore. But what's the shrimp dish that you're making though? Since we're on the topic of shrimp, I miss milk too, bro. And matter of fact, hold on for a second, because I wanna show y'all something. So I'm an H Mart fanatic, as you already know, Sin. You know, H Mart is my shit. But let me see if I can find these ice creams I used to get, and they were so good, but they reminded me that I'm a mortal human being. Let me see if I can find what this is. Here it is. Here we go. Hold on a second. I'm gonna show y'all a little something that I used to get all the time. Here. These. I love these things. They went viral on social media like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and all that. And they say you can go get them at your local H Mart. So I looked for them one day. They didn't have them. And then maybe fast forward like 2-3 months later, and I happened to find them on a whim when I was looking for other things. Oh, they're good. But I'm going to tell you right now, Sin, if you're lactose intolerant anywhere to the level that I am, these will destroy you. These will destroy your guts. It tastes like the peach is good, the mango's good. I think they have orange now. They have other flavors too, and I've tried at least 3 out of the 5 flavors that they have, and they taste amazing. But they make them with whole milk, and then it's got like that it's got like a white chocolate outer shell, which is amazing. It's got like a nice crunch to it, like a nice snap. And I would say they're a little bit on the slightly more expensive side, but not like, you know, over the top crazy. But I had bought like 3 packs of like the 3 different flavors. And I think my favorite one is between like the peach and the mango. Boy, did they fuck my stomach up. I'll put milk in the cereal, and then after I finish, I would drink the milk, the glass too. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, we've all done that. Relatable. That serial killer. I see what you did there. But that link. Those ice creams, I recommend trying them at least once, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're lactose intolerant, like I said, you've been warned. Now, granted, right, I can probably still eat like a Klondike bar and be okay, but those are different. Like if food fighting back was a thing, it's those ice cream bars. Yeah, and truth be told, we weren't really meant or built to continue to consume dairy after our infancy. We're the only species of mammals on the planet that still continue to do so. But I can still eat certain cheeses as long as they're made with less lactose in them. Like I can have like Havarti, I can have pepper jack sometimes. And I'm trying to remember the name of that one cheese that I had that I always make my toasted turkey and cheese sandwiches with. I can eat that cheese all day and I'll be fine. All right, so check this out. Maybe it was the kind of brie that I got, or maybe I just didn't eat it with something that kind of complemented the brie, but I didn't like brie the first time I tried it, and that was maybe 3 years ago. Maybe it was the kind of brie that I got, or maybe if you recommend something to eat it with. But brie, it's not terrible. It's got like an earthy kind of taste to it because of the rind and everything like that. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. So if you have a recommendation of what to try brie with, I will definitely go back out and buy it again. And maybe I just didn't get the right kind of brie. So you might be able to help me out on that. To make it and put fig jam on it. Fig jam. Okay. Like, what do you make it with? Like, do you put it on like toast or something? Toast, brie, and then fig jam on top? For me, no, goat cheese hits. I've made grilled cheeses with goat cheese before, and that shit hit different. I'm also a big sucker for cottage cheese. I will demolish a tub full of cottage cheese with like some fruit, like peaches or apricots or something like that. And the crazy part, when I was younger, I used to hate cottage cheese. Like I hated it as a kid. I was like, why is it so chunky and like now I can't get enough of it. Didn't stand the taste of cottage cheese or the texture of it, but now I'm like, I love it. I've had Aldi's also has a honey goat cheese that you have to try. Yeah, like I used to hate bananas as a kid. I couldn't stand bananas. Now I eat bananas with like everything. Fruit, yogurt, smoothies. But I still don't like melons though. Like honeydew, cantaloupe. I don't like melons. I still don't to this very day. I don't like the taste of it. It's just like I don't know. I don't care for the sweetness of melons like that. But it's weird because I like melon flavored shit like candies and yogurts and other stuff like that, like sorbets and sherbets. But like eating melon by itself, it's just not desirable for me. But yeah, goat cheese you can't go wrong with. I love goat cheese. Oh yeah, side note too, I'm probably going to end up holding off on the rest of my Romeo as a Dead Man playthrough till further notice because I was reading up on some things about the game, just kind of looking at reviews and things like that. And apparently there were complaints of a game-breaking bug that kind of causes a bit of a soft lock that fucks with your save data. So I'm going to wait a little bit before I play a little bit more of that. Granted, I'm still enjoying the game, but it's once again another Unreal Engine 5 title that people can't, like, these devs can't seem to fully dial in how to develop for it. I'm gonna keep it so real with you. I just can't wait for Unreal Engine 5 to die, because 90 to 95% of devs that develop for Unreal Engine 5 suck at it, and they can't seem to get it right. Half of it is definitely the fault of the devs making certain decisions with the engine. The other half is definitely shit outside of their control, because the engine just isn't coded well when it comes to certain things that it's meant to do. And it's also a big resource hog for even like modern hardware. So the only exception is Expedition 33, and maybe I think there's one other game that runs on UE5 that doesn't run like total hot, sweaty, Oscar the Grouch ass. You know, and I would say Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater runs fairly well with how they kind of went about doing that. But Unreal Engine 5 is probably hands down one of the worst engines that has come out in like the last 4 to 5 years. And these game devs continue to make the same mistakes with it. Like I said, there are certain things with the engine that is not 100% their fault, but it's just like, come on, people. The engine's been out for a few years now, and we still can't get this shit right. We're still making the same mistakes. I think the problem too with UE5 is I think it just came out in a generation that wasn't quite ready for it. Because it's gonna be one of those cases of, oh well, hardware that comes out, you know, 3 to 4 years from now is going to run better. I'm like, yeah, because it's newer, better hardware. Of course it's going to run better on like games that came out like 4 or 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like they're future developing. Matter of fact, now I think about it, Jay's 2 cents made a point about this, and I kind of like that he brought it up and no one's talking about it. That devs today seem to be developing games for hardware that's not out yet. So it's like, yeah, like, you know, when you get the new 60 and 70 series cards and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? The game's gonna run great. Well, of course it is. Yeah, like, stop doing that. You're hurting your market by doing that. Stop it. Because the biggest issue is that being able to even afford a decent PC is getting harder for the average consumer to even be able to afford a decent rig or a moderately priced rig, and you're putting out games for hardware that's not even out. So it's just like, okay, so you're okay with your game running like ass until 2-3 years later down the line when you already have new shit that's already out, and then like, no, like, stop doing that, people. Jay's 2 cents was one of the first people, if not probably one of the only people, that actually brought that up as an issue, and I haven't heard anybody else talk about that but him, and that's kind of concerning to me. Why are we continuing to develop these demanding ass games for hardware that's not out yet, that we don't even know is even going to sell? We don't even know where we're going to be in the next, like, you know, 3 to 4 years from now. You know what I'm saying? It made more sense to buy the better hardware for games that weren't out yet, because, you know, you were future proofing. That made more sense to me. You know, like, sometimes cutting edge isn't always the best thing for the market, because you're not taking into consideration of, can the average person be able to afford this? So maybe it's a case of, it's not just the fact that games aren't optimized when they come out. It's just that they're not optimized for the hardware that's out in the market now, and that's where a lot of devs, and I'm not even blaming the investors for this. This is purely on the devs at this point. So yes, I'm blaming the devs, because they are not engineers, they're artists. And a lot of them don't even know the hardware that they're even coding these games on most of the time. Like they're not troubleshooters. They're not they're not coders. They're 3D artists that build environments, make sure they run, send it off to a testing department, which they probably pay them to do the bare minimum just to make sure that it runs. And then it's a case of, because I was actually reading a comment on a YouTube video where this guy kind of broke it down, and he said that he is part of a testing team that I think worked on one of the Call of Duty games, and he said that the devs told him, like the senior devs told him and his team, that they cannot report on something not working as intended as far as performance issues or bugs or glitches and things like that, because it's a disconnect between departments where they were like, well, you don't know because you didn't code it and design it, so you can't report on whether or not it is or is not working as intended. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes perfect sense now. So this guy said, so if you think that this is all on the investments and the investors and this and the third, it partially is, but he even came out and said that the devs aren't fully innocent either. They kind of have what's called artists hubris, where they're never going to think anything is wrong with their product because that's their vision. And if you tell them anything otherwise, they're never open to the feedback from the own people that work with them. And that's why sometimes shit like this can happen. And then it gets as bad as it gets. And then it hits the market. And then your consumer base complains about it, when he basically said, yeah, most of the issues that we catch get through QA because the devs just don't listen sometimes. It's a people issue. And I'm like, when people were thanking this dude for saying that, they're like, yo, thank you for saying this, because now we know who else we can hold accountable for some of this shit, besides just the investors and, you know, them selling out and, you know, all the other nonsense that's kind of going on with the gaming industry. So yeah, a lot of stuff that goes through QA, 9 times out of 10, they know about it. They just expect you as the average consumer to overlook it and not complain about it until you do. It's really shitty. It really is. So a lot of this could have been avoided, because if you are in touch with your market and the common complaints that a lot of gamers have nowadays, you know what the problem is. You just choose not to address it because, like, you know, you try to cover it up with little techniques. That's why, like, you know, we have, you know, frame gen and DRS for resolution scaling and like little tricks to hide the fact that they could have just coded their game better, because we have really powerful hardware out on the market right now that people are spending easily a couple hundred to a few grand for. Like the fact that there are still games out there that don't even run well on a 4090 or a 5090 that still chug at even moderate to moderately high settings is a problem. Of course. So yeah, it just shows how money hungry. Of course, but artists in general, a lot of artists in general today, anyone that's a creator of anything, I don't know what it is, but it's like a common thing of like, I'm not open to feedback, even though I'm making the same mistake everyone else is making. And then they get enough backlash and it's like, oh, maybe I should change. Like, no, like, asshole, just like listen to your player base and just stay in touch with what's going on in the market and just do better than the people that fucked up before you did. You know what I'm saying? You know, as dialed in as we are into social media, and the fact that we can figure out what's going on with something like 24 hours or even sooner when it becomes a problem, and we're still making these mistakes, is crazy to me. It's the most short-sighted, egotistical shit that I've ever seen in my entire life. It's got to stop. It almost makes me wonder how new games are going to look and run during the shortage, since they're not releasing any new gen hardware with companies making games that will. Oh yeah. I mean, even to the fact that I think Nvidia said that we're not going to get another RTX lineup of GPUs until 2028 because of that. Like, I don't know what we're doing, but we really just, like, we lost the plot. We really lost the plot. And the crazy part is like, if you make games that are optimized for modern hardware, and matter of fact, since Levi is here, he can chime in on this. We both can chime in on this, but we all can kind of chime in on this. Look at Stellar Blade and Shift Up. I'll wait. Look at Stellar Blade and Shift Up and what they did. I'll wait. That game runs on Unreal Engine 4, by the way. That game got praised for how well it ran on the base PS5. Praised for how well it ran on base PS5. Then the PC port drops. Runs even better than that on PC, on most modern hardware, with no upscaling. Yeah. Like, Shift Up is the prime example of, number one, they're still a relatively new dev. They only have like 1 or 2 other games under their belt. Like, they're still a smaller dev studio, and they put everybody else out there to shame. Yeah, they have Stellar Blade, they have Goddess Nikke, and they have something else. They only made like 2 or 3 games over the course of their time on the market, and they blew everybody else out in the water. Like, you can look at all the Steam reviews of the fact that, one, they're praising it for the optimization. Arguably right now, it's still considered one of the best looking games that's out there on the market, and it's genre. You know, and I think there was one other game that came out, and then all the other devs, like from like Blizzard and Bungie and whoever else, they got butthurt over it, saying, well, we shouldn't use this game as a benchmark to set the expectation of how the game should run. I'm like, absolutely. It just means you're fucking lazy. You got butthurt because you got outdid by someone who took the time to actually make and code and optimize a product that runs on modern hardware, and then you say the most cop-out, on-brand response saying, well, I mean, that's not a good benchmark to gauge how other games should run, because everything. I'm like, yeah, okay. You've heard it all at this point. You got embarrassed. Just accept it. You got embarrassed. The moment that they got butthurt over something like that just proves the point that they too are also part of the problem. People are kind of tired of hearing it. Forgot what game it was, but I think it was Stellar Blade that really got them hemmed up and mad. One saving grace of this price gouge shit is these games are forced to optimize now, because if they don't, they're cooked. Oh, of course. Because now at this point, you can't develop a game for hardware that's not out yet if they can't even make the hardware anymore because of shortages. I would even argue that Monster Hunter is an example of that, because number one, it's a limitation of the RE engine, and another thing too is they had 2 games to kind of get that right, with the fact that RE engine is limited, with the fact that it's not well optimized for open world titles. You like the block a lot. I see you. You like the block a lot. Oh, brother, you got hyper armor? There we go. Okay. I just gotta hit you harder. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. Whoa, now you canceled me out. That's not cool, brother. Stop that shit. Gotcha. That wasn't so bad. What did y'all say? Yeah, Subway one's phenomenal. Raises the biggest optimization issue with Monster Hunter was the fact that the game would constantly scan for DLC if you didn't own it. Drop the. Yes, that's one of the main things I read about. That was always up for constant debate, saying, well, the fact that it was scanning for DLC that wasn't there was up for debate, but I think that it definitely has something to do with that because I think someone ran a program or a script that disabled the game's ability to scan for non-existent DLC, and the game actually did run objectively better. So I think that was proven to be true. Oh yeah, that's another thing too, is that the fact that the community can put out fixes faster than the devs that built the game from the ground up is kind of embarrassing. You should be embarrassed as a dev that you put your shit out on the market and someone that doesn't even work for you can put out fixes way faster than a team of people who built the game from the ground up can. What the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? You can go on modding sites like Nexus Mods and find fixes for even like this game or other games that are out there that get promoted and pushed. Why does it take people that don't work for your company to fix the shit that you should have done in your QA like months in advance, bro? Free labor, maybe? I don't know. And the only other excuse that I'm also willing to give is that, you know, you're always going to have a shift in the rotation of new talent. That's to be expected. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to have a changing of the guard or senior devs that no longer hold these positions, and, you know, maybe they are or are not imparting their knowledge to, because we have a lot of new talent coming in to these companies within like the last 5 to 10 years. You know, a lot of the senior devs that we know and love from these companies, like the past 20 or so plus years, are no longer developing games for these set companies, and they're either, you know, doing their own shit, maybe retired, I don't know. Yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds definitely has a washed out color palette compared to Monster Hunter World and what was the other one that came out on Switch, and then it came out on PC. It's definitely, color palette wise, the blandest looking title out of all of them. Everything is kind of like browns and grays and blacks, and yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a lack of just not sharing knowledge to a lot of the younger talent that's coming up behind you, you know. And like I said, you know, developing games, it's not easy. But the whole trend of game development and game design is you stay dialed in to what other devs are doing and learning from each other's mistakes. That way you can continue to make a better product, and it makes you a better dev. You know, because like, here's the thing. We never had to rely so heavily on upscaling and DLSS and FSR so heavily until maybe 6 or 7 years ago. Back then, I think upscaling was considered an option, and this is still my opinion on this to this very day. I think upscaling only should be an option for users and gamers that can't afford to get better hardware to run the games on said hardware that don't need those upscalers to begin with. Because if you're paying for a card or a good CPU, right? We're talking like $1,000 and up for a high-end card, high-end CPU. Why would you need to upscale for that when you have the raw power that those GPUs and CPUs should have out of the gate to not need any sort of upscaling, bro? It makes more sense when you have a mid to low range card that should, by all accounts, be able to do that upscaling. You know what I'm saying? If you watch a lot of benchmark videos, they tend to benchmark on mid to low range hardware because that's mostly what's on the market. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it used to be a simpler time of, okay, well, you can't run it well because you need more powerful hardware, and upscaling was an afterthought. And you can say what you want, like, well, you know, games are getting more complicated to develop for because of all these techniques and rendering tricks and things that they do. I mean, you can go back and look at titles that ran on like the N64, PS1, PS2, and different things that would happen off screen that you wouldn't know about as a player because the game ran well. And it'll be like, okay, well, when you're looking at a certain direction, like if I'm looking at this wall over here or like this enemy over here, right? The rest of what's not on the screen is offloaded to where, you know, it's not becoming a resource hog for my hardware. And then I pan my camera and then you wouldn't even know that the game did that. Horizon Zero Dawn and I think Forbidden West did that technique where it would only render what was in line of sight in your camera and offload whatever those assets were in the background. That way it would still preserve the game's performance. So yeah, there's like a whole lot of tricks that people have been doing for years on older games, newer games, you know what I'm saying? But some games weren't rendering the entire environment all at the same time. So that's a fair judgment to make, you know? But nowadays, it's just like, well, you do these tricks because they save you time on development costs, development time in general, and also kind of gives these devs and these companies a reason to not optimize their games. Or because they have a partnership with a lot of, you know, these hardware manufacturers, NVIDIA, AMD, you know, Intel and all that, to where it's just like, well, you know, in the next few years, because we know PC is growing as a market, we know that they're going to end up buying the new hardware anyway. I'm like, you don't know that, and that's a hell of a gamble. You know, like, I'm in the minority of people that have a relatively decently powerful PC. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with you, Sim. Like, you have a relatively powerful PC. We're in the minority with what we got. So what a smart dev would do is what I just said. Develop for what typically is on the market that sells, and then you scale your performance upward from there. So for people who have, like, you know, 5070s and 4070s and 4060s and all that, now all the mid to low range stuff, develop your games to run as good as possible on that medium to low-ish range, and then scale upward. People have been doing that for a while, and then they just stopped doing it for some reason. You know what I'm saying? You know, walking around with, you know, big dick hardware should, you know, run extremely well. Like, you know, you have more performance than you could ever ask for because you have what's called headroom. They're not doing that anymore. I don't know why. But it it makes it harder to put a lot of faith in these companies that continue to pump out these products, and you can't be so out of touch to not know about it, because everybody's complaining about it. Like, hell, even your average console gamer is complaining about this shit now, you know, outside of being an enthusiast. You know what I'm saying? That's another problem too, is that games, because the console market is still objectively bigger than the PC market, and the games coming out on console don't even run that great anymore. Like, what are we doing, man? And then you want to up the asking price of, well, games could cost up to $80 now. I'm like, if we paying $80 for this, John, that shit better run like butter. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'm making too much sense. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But at this point, it's a problem. They know it's a problem, but it's never going to be addressed fully until the market tanks and crashes again, because it already crashed once before. And truth be told, we kind of have ourselves to blame for that shit. Who knows? But playing games back then up until now, like you know, like the last maybe last 10 years, buying games didn't used to be this big of a gamble of, is it going to run? Like, it looks good now. You know, I asked the question of, it looks good, but is it going to run well? The fact that we even have to ask that question today is concerning to me. But it's like I said, folks, what the fuck do I know? Just an average guy with an opinion that likes games. PC Tech. That's what I forgot. What's up, Chief? Go ahead. On the goose goes Chase. Go ahead. Where the hell did he? How did he go up there? At least you decided to help me out. Would you meet me up here? Thank you, Scrampus. Oh, I did. Gotta tell me. I know I did. Probably not. So A lot of gear. Yeesh. Less. Perfect. No, what hit? Damn. Aggressive on your boy. Chill out and relax, man. Why don't you tell us how? Yo, what up, bro? How you holding up, man? Big up, Red. What's up? You missed a really good conversation earlier that we were having. Good to see you, man. Hope you're holding up well. Chipping away at this game a bit more. I was originally going to do more Romeo as a Dead Man, but I'm going to hold off because there's apparently a game-breaking bug on, I think, the 4th chapter, someone said, and it's happened to a few people. So it's one of those things where it's a single-player game. I don't have to finish it right away. Got other things to keep me busy. Till, you know, Friday after next Friday. So a little less than 2 weeks for the real event. Shroud got you in a chokehold. What's excuse me, damn. What's on the menu? Cause I didn't really eat today. homemade or you ordered out? That does sound good right about now. Can't even lie. I even go in that direction. There's a whole other path up there. I want to get up there. That's how you get up there. Can I even get up there? Probably not. Yo. That sounds fire. I have to do more grocery shopping later next week, get some things. I was thinking of making a butter chicken recipe that I haven't made in a few years. I get some basmati rice, some boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and I gotta check to see if my hot masala expired because I had it for a few years. Spices last for a long time, but I'd rather have like some fresh stuff. But I am no stranger making a burger, a nice little over easy runny egg on it. Actually, when I used to make BLTs, I used to put fried egg on it. Bacon, lettuce, tomato, fried egg. And I never used to like runny yolk on a lot of the foods that I ate, but I'll eat it on a BLT. And I think what probably made me like it a bit more was the fact that when my father made that BLT, he made it with a fried runny egg, sunny side up. And they're easy to make. Yeah, chicken and rice meals are easy to make. I mean, I will meal prep. I like meal prep like ground turkey in advance, like a week in advance. And I make like little tacos for it here and there. So I'm not... I may order out something tonight, depending on how I'm feeling, because I only ate a small meal today. I didn't eat anything crazy. But then again, I don't know. Depends on how I feel. See, I'll cook. I feel you. I cook at least 3, maybe 4 times a week. But cooking in advance and meal prepping definitely does make life 10 times easier. So I'll just make like a whole bulk of just whatever I want to eat for that week. And then I'll either nuke it in the microwave or I'll heat it up in the air fryer, depending on what it is. I mean, because cooking every day is like, yeah, it's not realistic for a lot of people. Even for me, and I love to cook, but it's just like, yeah, you know, every day, and then you gotta, yeah. Sometimes you just want something quick, fast, and easy. I feel you.
足を取られる。
Yay. Oh, yay. Oh yeah, I mean, when I'm done work, I'd rather have something like small. Actually, what I started doing, and I mean, if you want to take a page out of my book, and this all depends on what you like, but what I like to do after work, if I want like a light snack and nothing too heavy on the stomach, but it tastes really good, I have pretty much been fiending over these toasted turkey and cheese sandwiches, and I pan toast it with Irish butter on the bread. It's just like I use sliced honey turkey. You know what? Now I'm thinking about it, I may make one in like the next hour or so. I just use sliced honey turkey, sliced cheese, and I always toast my bread with Irish butter. And it has to be Irish butter. It has to be. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And takes like maybe less than 5 minutes to make. Then you toast the bread till it's a nice golden brown and all that. The cheese gets nice and warm, and yeah. But I can eat those every day. They're not too heavy on the calories either. I can eat that shit every day. Every day. Let's take a look at our map here. So everything that I'm seeing here, I pretty much just got to go back and get some of the things that I missed. But other than that, I figured a lot of this out. I'll go back for this later. Yeah, so I might make one of those in like another hour or so. Because, like I said, I didn't really eat a whole lot today. That's where he is. Get through that. Or you are. Buddy. care. Care. Cipher. So we're going north. Finally, progress. Or cut.
Takeda Shingen. かの武田信玄を描くべく国元となり果てた。それゆえか感じ取れるようにな。今ならばお主も絵心信玄公に行く。 新元号によく
新手か構わぬ。武田四天王が一人、内藤首里が相手になろう。わしには及ばん。このわしが遅れを取るとは。
Get better gear for that. Strong. I think I'm too damn strong. What was this area? 5. Well, 50. Wonder. I'm overqualified. What world do we live in that a bow and arrow has enough strength to just take someone's head off like that?
竹千代殿、ちょうど密偵の颯丸と落ち合う武田の手勢が助立ち。
I guess I could help you out, bro. Let's see what you got for me. Oh boy, what are you swinging at? What kind of shit was that? Like, nobody's there, man. Didn't help even a little bit. Seeing ghosts, he is. His AI was just a little honked out. That way.
あやつ忍びの才はあるのだがどうも奔放なやつでなたびたびこうして迎えに行かねばならんのだ
Not that shit. It's locked. Okay. Who might you be? You a
こ
master?
んな偏僻なところに何の用だ旅の武芸者か結構な俺に用がこんな偏僻な旅のな俺
Oh, that's because I have an NPC with me. All right. It's fine. Oh, the scampus.
竹千代殿加勢するぞ
Pick on someone your own size, man. Whoa. I just get air comboed? You weren't nothing.
危ないところだったが助かこれでいて多くのお主の身のこなしもな気があれば忘れるでない
Oh, I can do more ninja training now. Hey. Go back and talk to that master. Bo's gotta have some crazy torque on it to just lop somebody's head off, man. Now will you
こ
talk
ん
to
な
me?
偏僻な旅の武芸者俺とた亀すら割るこの豪剣食らったらその息やよし一人での修行にもあ
See what you got for me.
さあどっちからでも打ち込んできな
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Alright, so he is nothing to fuck with. Good to know.
さあ、どっからでも打ち込んできな。影流に似てるが知らん方だ。応募して。勝負はこっからだぜ。
Alright, we're good to go. Getting sick of your shit, man. Thanks for damn much. Hit. No.
いい修行になった。俺が流派を起こすと。
Give me some pretty details there. Oh, that's a new ability. Nice. Now that was worth it. Yeah, that was definitely worth it. Ah, I got it. Now he's a real ninja. Glasses on. What we about to do? Let's clear this area. We're here. Instead. There we go.
良きは感じだがさあ
Didn't this man just say that I could talk to him if I wanted to learn some shit? Guess you're not about to teach me nothing. About you.
修練もはや我がも新た
Yo. That is so annoying. Trying to figure out how to turn off the seller messages from shit that I'm not buying. Like TikTok is like, yo, your order shipped. I'm like, I didn't buy anything from TikTok. Why am I getting notifications for shit that I'm not buying? Anyway.
あんなのに刺されたら命あったもんじゃないわ。早く逃げないと。
Probably kill me if I fall in there.
村マロコ、今一度ご加護をお与えください。
shit. That's not good. Go to sleep. Okay. Worth it. I dare say that was worth it. Hmm. 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 Oh, we are protected. Hmm. It's fine. I know. The last one at. Hmm. You gonna like stay over there? Just gonna like throw bubbles at me the whole time, bro? Is get over there. Oh, up. Let's see what you. Oh. Homemade or store bought? That's kind. I couldn't even tell you the last time I had a Rice Krispies treat, but might be a little inspired now. I had to. I'm gonna have to get me some ingredients to start making some. Nope. Oh, because the other motherfucker saw me. You're getting on my nerves with that screaming shit, dude. Stop it. This burger, you say? Y'all can't be in here making me hungry because I haven't eaten for like the last couple hours. I've been holding off because I've been too distracted by playing this game. Not me. Just yet. I know. I should. Should go eat something. Talk about food.
真珠の森がたたりであれば沈めろ
Trying to figure out what I even want. I already had a taco today. I don't want to eat another one. Do I want to order out something or... Burger does sound really good right about now. Well, I already had a taco today. You know what? deciding that I think I might want a cheesesteak. Wings or steak? Maybe both. Maybe both, because I haven't had a cheat meal. I haven't had a cheat meal all week. Yo, sweet chili or hot mango habanero? I don't know any places around here that sell good brisket though.
新元号に
Garlic parm too. Oh man. All right. I got some decisions to make for the next 30 minutes or so. You guys are not making this easy for me because it all sounds good right about now. I do. Cut that out. There are some places that I ordered from that let you do half and half, so I might do half garlic parm, half mango habanero. There we go. Yep, see you, Mimic. Thank you. All right, I gotta ask this question to end the ongoing debate between people's opinions on B-dubs versus Buffalo Wild Wings. I mean, no, B-dubs versus Wingstop. Brain fart. Yeah, B-dubs versus Wingstop. What do you guys objectively like better, B-dubs or Wingstop? Okay. You never had Wingstop? Okay. I've had both. I think Wingstop is just a little bit better because that's all they got. B-dubs has a bit of everything. And I think B-dubs has better burgers than they do wings. This. Damn, y'all ain't making this easy. I'm about to pull up my Grubhub app in like a little bit and just start acting up. Have to act a whole fool on my Grubhub app. I don't know if I have a Wingstop near me though. At least not close enough to where they would like deliver. I have to go drive and get it. Go ahead. Not that. Y'all not making this easy. Ooh, can it? He's like, pull that Grubhub right now. Oh, hold on a minute. I don't do well under peer pressure, especially when I'm hungry. I don't like the fact that you guys are doing this to me right now with food. Vanilla extract makes everything better too. Thinking of what I want to do. Why can this never be simple? Decisions, guys. The gameplay loop of this game is so damn addicting. It's like I want to put it down so I can order something. Then I keep wanting to get to the next area so I can just do more shit. Bro, this is such a first world problem to have. Oh, okay. Well, okay. Guess I couldn't go that way. I learned my lesson. So why do they put a path here if I can't even go this way to begin with? Quick time to order food. No! I can't yet. Still so much I haven't done. See, that's the way. It's clearly the way in, but it's like, nah. I'm about to go that way just yet. So, all this is what I've already explored so far. These are locked. Oh, I have to go back here later. And all ready. I dare you guys to spam my Discord DMs with pictures of food, and that might be enough to motivate me. Won't do it. I challenge you to do it. Pictures of food. Oh, that's the way I have to go. Why didn't I see this earlier? Duh. Should have been gone this way. Stupid. I'm really doing it. My phone's already going off. That's it. There we go. Wish I had to figure that out sooner. Speak. Jesus Christ. I hate every last one of you. Hold on a second. Okay. Hold on. Cause now my brain's not working right after I just saw that shit. One more mission and I swear to you, I will. No. Well, that's where you are. Okay. Ah. Fuck. Okay. Ah, man.
竹千代殿、先般交わした計まずは小手調べだ。たやすい道中で起こる臨機応変。
All right, let me finish this, and then I promise I will eat something before it gets too late. I already know if I look at any more of those photos, I'm gonna be mad as hell. Oh, what the fuck? Got a real ninja, my boy. Lead the way, you cute little puffball. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Are you taking me?
お主には足慣らしにもならなかったようでは行くぞ。
They're about to do the flying.
加減は不要。おい。
Whoa. Wait a minute, bitch. Wait a minute. Stop all that. Stop that again. I said stop it, bro. Get your ass parried. Gotta pull a fast one on me, dude. You know who I am, bro?
誠に有意義な稽古であった。わしの技を打ち破るとは、やはり 生あるうちはいやたとえ墓に入ろうともやはり才ある者を鍛える生あるうちいやたとえ墓
Okay. Mission has been added to the battle scroll. It's a spirit jump. All right. I'm about to check my phone, and I already know I'm probably gonna be mildly upset about what I'm about to see. Guys really did this shit to me. Regiment. I'll do these. That. Better gear. Okay. Okay. Hands are up. See what you guys. Holy shit. Oh god. Yeah, these all look good too. Okay. Okay. Got it up. Got it up. Yup. I'm gonna be here for a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So that one picture that you sent right now. All right, but I'm tempted to try this one. It's called Dirty Burger. What is this? This place must be filled. Combos. See, this is the kind of shit that y'all do to me. Worst Korean meal. You know, I still have to try. I still got to try Korean hot pot one of these days. I meant to do it last time I did. Spot called Dirty Burger. New. Damn, there's a Shake Shack near me too now. Let's like, fuck, bro. All right, hold on. I need a second. Damn. Oh, and I'm usually not the kind of person. I'm usually not the kind of person to have an existential crisis when it comes to figuring out what he wants to eat. But it's just like, I want some variety now. I'll figure it out. There's a Shake Shack that's... There's a Shake Shack 2.5 miles from me. I know it does. Aether, damn it. You guys are a bad influence. You guys got me up. Alright, so I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to have to get these K-Shack spicy barbecue fries. Fries, spice with... Or I can get them all that plus salt. Hope you guys know what you're putting me through. All right. Know what I'm gonna do. So, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be a little bit dangerous right now. I'm gonna do the K-Shack barbecue burger. Angus beef topped with American cheese, crispy sweet onions, fresh scallions, a savory Korean barbecue sauce, and roasted potato bun. I'm gonna make it a double. Why do you guys do this to me? Red, this is also partially your fault because you were talking about having a burger earlier today. That kind of planted the seed. Now that I'm looking, and now they have a Shake Shack that just opened up 2.5 miles away from me. And the last Shake Shack that I went to was a 20-minute drive away. Now there's literally one right around the corner. I could drive to this place. I did. That's partially my fault. You could have lied and said that you were eating like a salad or something with like, you know, tomatoes and cucumbers and just something, you know, less enticing. But I had to go all out and be like, oh, I'm having this burger with the egg on it with bacon. They lied to me. All right, so I'm doing the Korean barbecue burger, and I'm gonna go all the way and do Shake Shack spicy BBQ cheese fries. Damn it, man. They have a tiramisu shake. I'll say it again. They have a tiramisu. Right. Comes in coffee, couple of hey. I got a Korean barbecue burger and Korean barbecue cheese fries with spicy kimchi seasoning on them. Well, I figured I'd have the best of both worlds. Yeah. Shit that y'all do to me. There. Okay. And the thing about Shake Shack ain't cheap either. Shake Shack is kind of like our version of In and Out, even though you can get Shake Shack almost anywhere these days. Actually, no. Fucking In and Out is cheaper than Shake Shack because a double is like $10, $11 over in California. Yeah, Shake Shack is more expensive than In and Out. What am I talking about? The next time I order out, though, it's going to be some Korean dishes. So feel free to send some recommendations my way. Never had either. Yeah, I've had In-N-Out many years ago. When I was in California twice, and both times it was a solid burger. I don't know what Shake Shack does to keep their costs so low, but you can look up the cost of a double because remember, everything in California is expensive. So for a double burger to be like $10, $11 and some change after tax, then now it is one of like the cheapest burgers you can get in that state. But Shake Shack is definitely more expensive, objectively speaking. But there we go. I got food on the way. I'm gonna eat now. It'll be like 30 or so minutes or sooner. because they're probably on the busier side. Because anytime, and this is just like a city thing, but anytime we ever get a new restaurant that opens up, they're always busy. Oh. Like when we got Jollibee over here, like a year or two ago, Jollibee was busy as hell. Busy as all hell. Their chicken is good. I'm gonna give Jollibee credit where credit is due. Whoever thought it was a good idea to be like, hey, chicken and gravy. Try that shit. That shit good. And then, of course, everyone that's had the actual Filipino version of Jollibee says that it's objectively better. We put a lot of salt in everything. Yeah, so when I tried Shake Shack for the first time, I had to drive about 20 minutes. Now I'm finding out that they got one that's 2.5 miles away from me. When I tried Shake Shack for the first time, it was good. It was really good. It was like slap your mama good. Everything comes to my city eventually. One thing I can tell you though, and I think even the franchise confirmed that we're never going to get a Shake Shack, not a Shake Shack. We're never going to get an In-N-Out on the East Coast. It's purely a West Coast thing. So Arizona, some parts of Texas, California, and Washington. Maybe and Oregon too. If you don't live on the West Coast, you're not getting Shake Shack. I mean, I keep saying Shake Shack. If you don't live on the West Coast, you're not getting In-N-Out. Because I think they have a place where they locally source their beef, and I think like Wendy's, their patties are never frozen. So I think they do that. They gatekeep that to preserve the quality. Keep their burgers as fresh made to order as possible. So I get it. Out of here. So what I'll do, I'll keep the stream going until my food gets here, because I've already been live for almost 3 hours. Yeah, I should have been ate something. I was ignoring my pain. What did you order? Did you order or did you cook? Hello. Best way to go. I was thinking of making some Indian food sometime next week when I go grocery shopping. So that might end up being in the cards for me at some point. I'm trying to figure out how to turn off these notifications on TikTok shop, because I keep getting notifications for shit that I'm not ordering. Like your order shipped. I'm like, I didn't buy anything. And I turned it off in my main notifications, and I'm still getting alerts for it. Struggling, brother? Oh, you're getting manhandled. You're getting hand-mandled. Both ways. You okay, big guy? So we've been up for, yeah, about 3 hours. jacket. I love it.
捕虜をあやかしにして敵に返してやればさぞ混乱するだろうて。こいつら力をの誰が牢を開け放った。
人に霊石を用いればあやかしにもなる。まことおぞましい石を。
このままではあなたたちをあやかしに外まで手引きいたします。
I don't be. So
争いある限り太平のよう
Will. They gave me a delivery code to make sure that I get my food. So. Practice in person to parry. Wait a minute. Oh shit, I just noticed something. Do I have double? I do. I didn't even realize it. Hey. There's two different ones now. I don't even remember how I got that shit. Say less. Oh, that's dope. Okay, so you can use one or the other. I get it. Back turn, brother.
ここが意外と釣れるんだよな。お、かかったか。
ぞの計りごとか。かようにあやかしが湧いてはもはや
Dodged off the ledge. Let's see. Regret some decisions.
あやかしを呼び寄せれば別格の行場になろうって。
In 15 minutes. saying it's below me. Scroll to fight it. Why? Loki. live for 4 hours, so my food is on. Here and take a break for the time. This was. All right. Check it out, y'all. Since I got pressured into having to satiate myself. Next 10 minutes. But we'll go ahead and end it here for the time being. Until then, thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate the love and support as always. It hasn't been said enough or implied enough. Thank you. See you all possibly tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then it's definitely Monday.